皆さんどうも、ライトと申します。I'm Light and welcome. I have tons of books I'm going to show you. Everything Japanese. You can see the shadows here. The books are literally head high. And I want to actually share with you how to master Japanese or how to get better. I've seen many videos and this is my take on the subject. And actually, many people say follow one method. I promise you, any method you follow, you can become fluent. Any method you follow, as long as you don't stop. Let me give you a short story. So, I actually learned English through playing games and watching TV, like movies. I became fluent. I taught English in Japan. I live now in Japan for longer than 10 years and I'm fine with English because I did it every day and I enjoyed the process. That's what it's about. Now, to give you some kind of motivation also is a year from now, where are you going to be? You're going to be a year older, right? And the motivation behind that is, what are you going to do? Because you're going to be 1 year older anyway. So you might as well put in the work or just leave it. So 10 minutes a day is good, but it's not good enough. So if you want to really master the Japanese, ask yourself why and then enjoy the process. Because that's what learning Japanese is. You want to learn it and use it. So that's the big part, use it. So I'm going to show you a lot of books and you can kind of like choose whatever you like. Leave a comment if you want the ISBN code for a certain book. But starting off, I made a video with over 1 million views. Now I get over 100 views, but just to be clear, this book includes all the 2,500 kanji, but it's really hard to learn just seeing all the kanji. No mnemonics, nothing, no really, just one sentence per kanji, which is not sufficient. So you need more resources. You literally have to read every single day. And you have to take something on which is kind of your level and like a bit harder, okay? You don't want to get stuck on each page several times and not progress. So some people say grammar. Let's start with grammar. Some people enjoy it. So that's something you have to just indulge in it. Don't stop, right? There's no rule when it comes to language learning. Right, next. I used to love Death Note. I still like Death Note, but you know, killing people and such, no. The mindset of the people, the characters. I just love it, the mindset, how they speak with themselves and the confidence they have. And I bought this when I came to Japan. I'm like, I'm gonna read this book and my goal is not to use any furigana in the book, like the hiragana and katakana characters, enabling me to read everything. And my goal is just to sit down, read the book and understand everything inside that. There are words, to be honest, in here which I don't really need to know. And I did it, but you know, it's kind of like a hustle just to get through it because I promised myself something. I'll get to more books later on. So some people like to have a list of things and go through a list. That's why I created Kanji Cafe. I'm not going to go into much detail, but I learned through creating mnemonics. As an adult, you can take a kanji and you can quickly make a mnemonic with any single thing you see. Because you're experienced, you know a lot of vocabulary, and kids don't. They have to sit and write every single day. And I'll show you a book my daughter is actually kind of doing now. Or you can get people you actually like and read their content on Twitter or X, YouTube, and watch them, or any idol or game creator you follow, and get their work and read it, right? I like this guy. He's not the perfect guy, but he's a singer. I like his voice. He's pretty nice. Next we have, Death Note. I read the Death Note series and I enjoy it. That's how I learned a lot of good, hard vocabulary because I actually wanted to understand the story. Some people, business. They just want to start a business, and I was there. I'm still there, but marketing books. No furigana, it's just pure Japanese for Japanese people. And we also have psychology, and I have 3 kids, so I don't want to start my day with day by day, living it day by day. I want to plan and have a plan for the family going forward and teach my kids a lot of, you know, head mind tricks you can follow to improve your life drastically. And also, yeah, I found this at I think 7-Eleven actually, this series. But a lot of people take the JLPT test, and the N5 being the the beginner level, and the N1 being the hardest, like almost native. Some natives even struggle with the kanji and grammar points you don't have to know, but N2 is perfect to get a job in Japan. Lately they're changing it to N3 because they need people in certain industries. So get your N3. If you're serious, just get it out of the way. Learn the vocabulary. I have a Anki N3 deck also with the grammar. Just learn that and read every single day, and maybe get 1 or 2 books, and you'll be fine for the examination. This is also a great book. I didn't personally haven't used this at all. I think I bought it. I bought like an N3 set for someone, and they didn't want it or pay or something a few years back. This is mostly what my daughter would do. She's in, well, like, I have 3 kids. One is in 3rd grade right now, and they have to make all these like kanji writing. I don't even know how to explain it. Like a lot of homework related to kanji activities, and a lot of writing. They don't have the vocabulary and the experience to form or to make all these connections in their brain to actually to memorize it faster. But as an adult, we can make mnemonics, and we can say this sounds similar or looks similar to this, so I'm going to memorize it very, very fast. So yeah, this is pretty good. A nice book I actually got as a gift, just to use this in a video. Some people like to go through lists, vocabulary lists. This isn't going to do much for you. You might want to browse through it, just page through it quickly, but ultimately you need a digital card, flashcard application like Anki to go through the cards in one. I'm going to make it very soon. And next we have so time management. You want to manage your time when you study, and if you have a full-time job, use your lunchtime. Use, even better, the best you can invest in is earphones. I have Bluetooth earphones. I have goals and dreams of my own, so I listen to artists and creators and people I actually like in Japanese. Every single day I put this in. It's like a habit. It's like my 3rd set, because I listen to it so much, and then one breaks eventually. And it's cheap. It was like 3,000 yen, 3,000 yen. Marketing, I didn't even finish that. So next we have more vocabulary with a CD. Maybe you're driving to work and you want to just listen to some sentences, and you get something like this. If you don't know a section, you go in the book and you look it up basically. And if you admire someone, actually I'm not all fully for Steve Jobs, but he had a lot of tricks and leadership skills and a vision, which is very important. And I think you can learn from many leaders in the world. Just read their books, even if you know their story, read it in Japanese. And for example, Amazon also, I actually started like Playnese studios, and my job isn't to make it the biggest like business, so to speak, but it's to do kind of my passion projects and just work on creating Japanese educational games and resources. If you have this is like a pocket novel, but it's pretty thick, so you need like a baggy jeans, or you have to be like, I don't know, lose a lot of weight before you buy this book, because it's going to be tight in your pocket. You can see it's very small, and I see a lot of people sitting in the train and here in Japan, and when they're trying to like pass the time, they read something. Next, if you are still a beginner, I recommend you get this kind of series where they have well, it's shorter. As you can see, the font is a bit larger, a lot of white space at the bottoms, a few pictures here and there, and the most important is also the furigana. You can see it's showing you how to read every single kanji, and this is how you want to read every single day. Make like 30 minutes every single day, read something you can read and enjoy, and not just stop and look everything up. And I'm gonna actually share something more later regarding to that story. I'm very much into exercising. I'm a pretty relaxed, aggressive guy, if that makes sense. So I can be full 100% on power, and then for the next few hours I just want to sit and create on the computer. So this is fighting, and yeah, I used to be a professional runner, and I was a rugby player in South Africa, and now I live in Japan and been married here happily. Psychology again in my pocket. I have it so mainly to kind of teach my kids some psychology so that they work smart before they work hard. If you work hard on the wrong thing, it might not be the wisest decision. Next, also Carnegie. If you know his story communication is very important. If you're a mother, father like myself, then you might want to incorporate reading children books before bed, not just for you to study, but also to make it a habit for them to kind of, let's get together, go to bed. It's just so much better if they expect you're gonna read, and it's kind of like forcing you to do it later on because it's a habit. And later on when they grow up, my daughter is now reading some of the stories, and as you can see, it's not that easy. If you look at some of the kanji, well, it's easy, but if you don't know kanji, it might look intimidating. So I have more than 50 kids books over here. They pick a book and they make turns, and we turn it into a fun activity, right? And sometimes my daughter reads the book because she's grade 3 now. So I actually started to do more computer related work and to create resources. So I tried Python a bit. I am not at all good at Python, but mostly HTML, CSS and JavaScript I'm studying now every single day. I'm using this book every single day. I even have an Anki deck I study, and with this I create most of the games you see I posted with so Eric Sink on the business of software, kind of, yeah, his experience on creating software, and yeah, I'm still busy with this, so not much to say at this moment, but also we have like basically games and the history of games. It's a really old book, but if you like Zelda and all those kind of Japanese old games and Nintendo, Switch, and like, you can learn a lot and see how they became what they're today. Now, this is the end of the books, but I want to end with this. Like, choose something you enjoy and do it every single day, right? Even if it's sport, even if it's just listening, do it every single day. You can become fluent. In a year from now, come back and please let me know how like if you're better than you were, because at the end of the day, in 1 year you're still going to be 1 year older, and it's up to you to change your life and take the actions. So yeah, I wanted to make this video just to encourage you to take the next step to find the joy in learning Japanese and not just focusing on getting a job. And it's not everything about getting the money or getting that person you like, a Japanese speaking person, or it's about enjoyment, right? It's so much fun. The internet is there. We have hobbies, manga, anime. I didn't even go through games or all the anime, manga and everything I have. So enjoy it, and yeah, leave a comment to let me know where you are right now and what's your plan going forward. And I think this is what I'm going to end with. What is your plan learning Japanese? Because if you don't have a plan, at least it should be to enjoy it and do what you like in Japanese. So have an amazing day, and I'll see you in the next video. Mata ne.